Welcome back to Everlasting Summer. It was still too early to sleep, and a short walk looked like a good idea. Where should I head to? Oh, it's one of these times. How much this will affect everything? So, pasta? The event of the past day kept flashing brightly in my head. That damned useless checklist. This stupid tournament. Right now I don't want to be a signal thing to talk to anyone. I don't even want to start thinking about my certain situation. I come to the square and look at seat on the bench while staring at the Jinda statue. I don't know how long I was sitting like this, but I finally cricket chopper brought my back to reality. I got up and blindly walked to the random direction. The bus stop. Somehow, for the second day in a row, I found myself at this place. Maybe subconsciously I feel that the bus will be waiting for me here to take me back to the real world. We don't know exactly what our situation is. Is this another war? Is this the past? Is this guy die from cold and he in heaven or hell now? Is this limbo? Is he unconscious and he dreaming of all this? We don't know. Very unlikely. On the other hand, why not? It got dark already. I was just standing there and gazing at the night sky. Astronomy has never attracted me so much as astronautics. I have no idea what the other word. I don't know. Astronomy is science of space, but this I don't know. It always has been more interesting to look at the picture of far constellation, nebula, and galaxy made by artists than to try and figure out how to measure angular velocity of measure of stars. Makes sense. But certainly I will be able to find the Great Bear constellation. But if I got lost in snow forest, my only way to find the way out will be that little knowledge about mooses growing off the north side of the tree. I don't think this will help you so much. This stuff can help you with big, large area, but not small area. I can navigate out of my neighborhood using the North Star, but to go from country to country, yes. As long this is what I know exactly, maybe I'm wrong. However, I still don't think that will help me to get out. I was about to head back to the camp when all of a sudden I got a noise behind the gates. Who is it this time? Near the clubhouse seemed like somebody was walking down the path of the forest. It was so dark that I could see nothing but a blurred shadow. I wondered who would be out late at night. A pioneer preaching discipline. Tisk tisk. I followed the mysterious shadow rapidly but still carefully. I was moving from path to path, and after a while I found myself in the depth of the forest, finally losing sight of the stranger. Maybe I should turn back? The tree parted before me, and magnificent a view of the small forest lake struck my eye. Ow. Wow. Can we enjoy this moment of true beauty for like 2 seconds? And this music. What are you doing, Sylvia? Then I noticed Sylvia. Shirtless Sylvia was skimming and then floating around, letting her neck cut loose and her shirt fly up the air. The whole scene seemed even more fantastic than my own presence in the camp. Sylvia looked like a spirit of the forest, or perhaps a nymph. She looked so natural, more like an ancient goddess than a human being. I remember all the theological theories which I read some time ago. This reminded me of the pantheism, the idea that God is in all that is, everything that was seen around. What if it were not the aliens or time warp, but divine providence that brought me here? Indeed, Sylvia mentioned that she loved nature. Oh, she wanted to fuck the trees. So it turned out that even she is an enigma, isn't she? Sylvia went into the water. I was ashamed, but I just couldn't take my eye off her. Sylvia, moonlight reflect of her wet skin, makes Sylvia look like an ancient Greek statue. The Venus de Milo, maybe. The scene was so fabulous that there was no room for carnal lust, only sublime admission of a true beauty. I was simply admiring the perfection of Sylvia's form and forgetting everything else. Maybe this isn't hell, but heaven. A branch literally snapped under my foot. Sylvia turned around, but there was no way to regard me to darkness in their eyes. Or at last, it seemed. She rapidly rushed out of the lake, put her clothes in a hurry, and vanished from the sight into the forest. I quickly went after her. Did the main character turn rapist or something? Sylvia was quickly trailing among the trees, choosing the easiest path, gracefully avoiding sheer tree. But snakes. It was a hard job to keep pace with her. Moreover, I definitely didn't want to be caught. First, peeping is just no good. And secondly, in fact, it just is still remaining to be seen what she was doing here. I thought it somehow seemed to be innocent enough. It didn't seem to have anything to do with my precision in this world. It was just innocent. It was nothing worth spying on. At last we come out at the square. Sylvia stopped and turned around to face me. Oh, did you think I didn't notice you? I was a bit confused, but I put on mask of visible flumness. Yeah, that will work. How long ago? I'm not sure. Sylvia clumped closer. 5 minutes ago, maybe? So, even there at the lake. What lake are you talking about? Well, Sylvia seemed to be surprised, so I simply couldn't figure out whatever she was pretending that nothing has happened, or, well, never mind, I made up my mind to behave like gentlemen, as gentlemanly as possible in these circumstances, and said nothing. Alright. Oh, this is smile. She worth it. She really worth it. Unexpectedly easy, she agreed. What a beautiful night. Sylvia took a seat on bench and looked up at the sky. I guess such a night are common here. Well, probably. Why so uncertainly? I don't know, I just got lost in thought. Thinking about what? She stared at me like she was looking for something on my face, but then went back to stargazing. Now and then I fell into such a mood at night. During the day I am warming up to work with no time to relax, while at night it's so quiet here. If it wasn't for the crickets and the night birds, one would feel like being face to face with the universe. For some reason I didn't think of Sylvia as someone who will talk about such a matter. As for me, it's even too quiet here. Is it? Yes, really, anything wrong with that? Well, alright. She stood up quickly and fixed her skirt. It seemed to get to bed. Good night. I watched her walking away. Our talk might have been about nothing, but seemed to me it had some deep and secret meaning which could appear only here, only next to Sylvia. Seemed like even my situation, such a moment of peace and serenity are absolutely necessary. They make me feel united with the universe. I'd even say virtual, especially now. I'm not sure how much time I spent sitting there, but I started to feel sleepy. For the first time today, I finally felt how tired I was. There was no light in the window, so Olga Dmitri must have been sleeping already. Strangely enough, she waited for me yesterday. I entered the club and was surprised how late at the bed. When you think about it, my situation hadn't gotten any clearer today. In fact, I spent the whole day doing useless stuff. I would have never have even thought about doing something like that in the real world. Although I had plenty of time, how much time I will have here in total is still mystery. Maybe an eternity, or maybe there are only a few minutes left. I just didn't want to think about the past, about how I got to this camp. For the first time in a long while, I felt really tired. Not only emotionally tired, but also physically tired, physiologically tired, and God knows how else tired. I just wanted everyone and everything to shove off, starting with my own heart. I wanted this mess somehow resolved by itself, or at last without my active protections. What if I am stuck here forever? Nothing wrong with staying here forever. It's a very nice place, but change that poster. It's a very awful poster. Who's that? So, just like that, I'm not ready. My consciousness slowly drifted away from me, and it became progressively harder to constant on something distant. Perhaps it's better to wait until tomorrow. I rolled over and fell asleep. I need a water. Day 3. Wow, I forget they count the days. Sorry for that. The night left a feeling of anxiety behind. I woke up exhausted, both physically and mentally. It happened to me all the time. You see an incredibly looked image in your dream, as if you fell into a Hollywood blockbuster with a plot full of twists, well-paid actor, and multi-million-dollar visual effects, and then you wake up in the morning without remembering a thing. Actually, dreams like that complex, have so many characters and plot and stuff like that, is very rare. Like, there are few people who happen that to them. When I said to my friend about one of my dreams like that, they say, the dreams doesn't happen this way, and when I checked, actually I'm one of the rare kind of people who have color dreams, dream with story, with a plot. That happened to only few kind of people. Mostly people who are interested in writing a story or writing stories in general, they have that. Not everyone. So this example only for the writer of this game. He have this kind of dreams, but most people don't have this. It's a gift and a curse. and a gift sometime, especially when they are involving sexy girls. But not a gift when you are hunted by monsters or something like that. Okay, that's what I was trying to do, to restore the image shown by my relaxed brain, but that part of my memory was empty, either archived or formatted completely. It's 7 a.m. according to the clock. It seemed to be an early bird today. Olga Dmitri was still sleeping, warming tight in her blanket. Ah, you sleep with Olga. Warming so tightly in hot summer. She hiding her body from this horny teenager she sleep with. I got up, stretching, and went to the mirror to have a look at myself. I better shave. Strangely idea before twice a month was enough, but now nothing depends on the way I look. I haven't found Rosa anyway. Why do I even need it if I look like a 17 almost? So breakfast can't start earlier than 9 a.m. and this means I have plenty of time, which I can spend and walking and washing, for example. The water didn't seem as ice cold as the previous day. On the contrary, it's refreshing, cool, and helping me to breeze up and come out to reality, whether all this event could be called real. The tooth powder didn't seem to be such an outdated thing. I quickly thought struck me that it's not that different from toothpaste. When I returned to the cabin, Olga was already up. She was standing in front of the mirror and fixing her hair. Good morning, Semyon. Morning. Because of lack of sleep, my head was still singing, and my thoughts were all jumping together. However, I didn't regard waking up instead of my usual habit of sleeping in for 2 or 3 hours more. How can you get up so early? It just happened. And no, Nick checked once again. I'll do it myself, not a big deal. On my way to the system. I don't think so. Do it now. Did you forget about the lineup before breakfast? How could I ever forget? And what's the lineup going to be about today? Well, decided to agenda for the day. So, what's the agenda? Frankly speaking, I didn't care for what might be on the agenda for our courageous pioneer troop. I was mostly interested in where our brave leader will send our little pioneer army for the following 12-15 hours. Maybe I could manage to avoid enemy locations, like Juliana. You will find that out of the lineup. She gave me a winky smile. Olga Dimitrievna. Her last name is very hard. Dimitrievna. Vienna. Okay, I wish her name was Dimitrievna because like Metro Castle Vienna, but my stomach is getting upset. I rather, I believe that okay, to miss the lineup once. It could get all nasty if I fail to control it right here. Where did all this courage come from? You have 5 more minutes. I'm afraid I need more time. Could you tell me right now, please? Sure, I'll try, but just in case I'll go down, oh fine. On our list for today is cleaning the camp location, organize the books in the library, some other minor tasks, and of course, we have to ball in the evening. Watch yourself. Okay. You must take part in the camp activities today. You bet. Definitely, and now I rather... Come on, let's hit the road. I come out of the cabin and hide the bushes behind it, waiting for Olga to leave. Actually, I didn't have any particular reason to behave this way, but a voice within me kept telling me that I have nothing to do in the lineup. After the camp leader left, I went back to the cabin and decided to wait for breakfast here. Well, I'm not planning on taking part in community life today. Cleaning and organizing that's not what someone in my situation should be doing. Fuck off, you should do what everyone do and help them together stuff. Today have bath and I'm still right where I started. All the residents seem to be perfectly ordinary people, and when I think about it again, he is kind of prisoner. They weren't involved in any conspiracy, weren't communicating with aliens, and had no idea about time warps. Of course, each of them is a bit peculiar, but this peculiar do not seem out of line at all. Moreover, if I had met any of these pioneers at my familiar world, I wouldn't suspect anything wrong. Still have 10 minutes. They seem to be even more normal and natural than, let's say, your trolley. This line of reasoning was quite logical. The illogical part was the absence of answers. Ordinary people in an extraordinary place. For some reason, I love this quote. I have heard and seen that already somehow. Dozens of pioneers, or even more, live their familiars lives and do their regular stuff day by day. They don't understand that the world around them is not what it looks like. Or maybe you're wrong. Okay, but this is their point of view. As for me, I'm not associated with the world of the Sovyonok camp and its residents, even if they seem to behave the way normal people would under the same circumstances. I hate this word. Circumstances. I have to decide here and now, are these people involved in what happened to me? Can they give me any answers? Or do I have to seek the truth everywhere else? It seems I overdid it a bit with the thinking. There's no usual crowd of hungry pioneers near the sentence, or even inside the sentence. Most of them probably had their breakfast before 9 a.m. They're even better two company, three crowd. Lena was sitting in the farthest corner of the sentence, lazy, picking with her fork an amorphous lamb that resembled porridge. Having a breakfast with her seemed like a good idea. We can have a chat in peace, or at least try to have one. I was on the way to her table when suddenly somebody grabbed me by the sleeves. Zanya, the librarian, get your meal and come. We need to talk. Uh-oh. What are you waiting for? I was a bit confused. Pardon, isn't that a bit too sudden? What's wrong? Get your meal and sit down. I suppose to be she considered her behavior completely normal. Sorry, but I promised Lena. Did we promise Lena? Fine, wait a minute. Did I promise Lena? I don't remember. Did we promise Lena to be with her? No, we didn't. Fine, wait a minute. I'm not sure why, but I accept the invitation. What if I can learn something new? She is such a bookworm. A minute later, I was sitting in front of Xenia, which is the tried and simple meal on it. Burger, 2 egg, piece of white bread, sausage, and glass of kombucha. Bon appetit. Thanks. I decided to act as polite as I could, and also eat more neatly, without chomping and spilling from all the food of drop kombucha. So what do you want to talk about? Today at the library, I wasn't listening from the point of onward. Immediately recall Olga's words about scheduled event for today. Don't forget. Oh, what? I said don't forget to visit the library after lunch. What for? Were you even listen? No? Nope. I did it honestly. Xenia faced her red, then eventually green, then took its soft purple color. Today after lunch you are the beginning to dance? What kind of curse is that? Though Pioneer must never use curse word, how could I forget this rule? Oh yeah, sure, I apologize, of course, I'll be there. Actually, I wasn't really planning to go anywhere, but if you want to make someone speak, you need to sacrifice a bit first. By the way, what year is now? Totally lost count. I said to play fair. She looked and answered, have you gone completely banana? Honestly, that's how I felt for the last few days. So, what year it is? Listen, why not to visit the infirmary? Just answer! This is like the biggest secret we have here. Will they tell me what year's there? Oh, certainly, and even more. Nina stood up and headed to the exit. Wait, you didn't finish your meal. But it looked like she won't turn back. I love that he finally gets the courage to ask what year it is. I was finishing chewing on sausage, which tastes like twisted pear cable. Actually, if I'm in this situation, I will ask, hey, I like to read a newspaper. Where's the last newspaper you have? It would be weird, but someone will have a newspaper. And maybe ask a few questions like, what the name of the president of the country? Yes, I'm not Russian, but if I'm Russian, I will know who the president. Like, who's the president of the United States of America, for example? If they tell me Benny Clinton, I'm in the 90s. If they tell me someone else, like George W. Bush, I will know I'm the early 2000s. If Barack Obama, after 2008. If someone else, God help me, because this is the only American president that I know. I was finishing chewing on the sausage while it tastes like twisted pear cable. I wonder if they have internet access. Does internet exist? I guess not. The pioneer sitting at the next table noticed me talking to myself and started with me, smiling and waving to him in return. After such a friendly greeting, he, for some reason, left his sentence quietly without finishing his breakfast. Done with the food, I started to search for some clues. Sometime later, I finally came to the infirmary. I have nothing to do in this place. Although the nurse seemed quite caring, it's better to keep distant from her, because she sounds like a child predator. Such a behavior is actually scary. She may know something, but I just didn't encourage to enter the infirmary. Moreover, I had no reason to. Not single one. Me immersed in my own thought, I didn't notice the nurse who was standing on the porch. Hi there, pioneer. Why the music change? She come closer. You must be sick. Did you come for medicines? I don't do voices except for her for some reason. No, I was just wandering around. Ooh, thrilled, I see. But if you hear, I have a serious task for you. I didn't do the voice. I was thinking of Sima. I gave her a look of inequality. The word task made me feel uneasy. It sounded like something inevitable. The nurse smiled spitefully. You both will help me to make an inventory of the supply of medicine which arrived today. Both? Who are we? Perhaps I miss here. But what word confused with both? Hi. Lena emerged from behind the nurse's back. Was you hide behind her? Like, yeah. It seems strange that I hadn't noticed her till now. Wow, we have two good reasons for that. Come here after dinner. I have examined everything to Lena. She will tell you where to do. Medicine, huh? Supply today. But Olga told me that no bus will arrive in the next couple of days. So there were visitors to our camp today? Yes, they arrived from the city this morning. Why are you asking? Just curious. Alright then, Banner. So, tonight, after dinner, you'll be here. Maybe Lena was barely noticeable the whole time. Surely she able to remain invincible like a skilled ninja. I could do it my own. No way, there are a lot of boxes. And Pioneer's always ready. Isn't that so, Pioneer? She gazed at me and smiled mercifully. Actually, this is your chance to see what year it is. If this game, think about it, it's like you look at the medicines and their expired date and the date of making. I don't know what you call it in English. So you know which years it is. See? Good idea. She gazed at me and smiled mincefully. I don't want to spend the whole evening doing something like that. And I have got more important thing to do. But rejecting this request will be really inappropriate. If it wasn't Lena who was standing here, I will definitely think my way out. Okay. Okay, I can't end it here. You know, Olga Dimitri asked me to help her tonight. Okay, I'll come. Did Olga tell us? This will be a lie, but will be nice. Maybe I shouldn't have lied to her. I should think before I say something. Oh, really? And what exactly are you going to be helping her with? Boxes. It was turned out bad, but I decided to stand my ground. Her cabin? She asked me to clean it up, sort of things and so on. Bet you know what Mrs. Cabin is. Sure, she asked you to tie up her... Oh! I did something wrong here. I was thinking that Olga asked me to help her. So now I will not help Lena. I make mistakes. Sorry, Lena. Sure, she asked you to tidy up her closet too. The nurse looked at me with enthusiasm. Napoleon finishes of the Battle of Waterloo. What kind of example is that? Seemed now small annoyance compared to my certain flaw. I was going to say something, but she continued to speak. Okay then, Pioneer. We'll manage it without you. I apologize, but you see, I said and looked at Lena. She stood looking at the ground like before, pushing more and more. It's alright, I'll manage it with my own. Okay then. I I want to sink into the ground because my lame life had probably offended Lena. Well, goodbye then. Bye. That was mistake. That was big mistake. I should not do it. Almost on me. Though in fact I really want to run, common sense advised me not to. I was thinking that Olga asked us to help her, which is help Lena and or help Viola. So I will end the episode here. See you next time. Goodbye. You know what? Fuck it, I fixed my mistake. Because I didn't mean to, you know, Olga. Tonight, okay? Okay? I'll come. Nice. That's how true pioneers should answer. Even after this word, I barely count to step closer to the be prepared, always prepare motto. Then, you can go. I looked at Lena, who was still staring at the ground. I guess all this time she spent staring at the ground was enough to learn everything there is to know about the life of habit of different insects. Plus, Lena liked to read, so she probably read many biological, botanical, and so on. Perhaps she wanted to become entomologist. Oh no. Where will you head next? Lena would draw me away from the obscure thought. We've been standing on the square for some time, and my suspicion about Bug's life were only intention to escape this awkward situation. Though why did I see it as awkward? Just don't forget, alright? Don't forget what? Tonight. Well, tonight after dinner at the infirmary. Did we get a promise? We promised the other girl. Ah, shit. Her face got slightly grumpy looking into it. No way, that's impossible. Alright. After dinner, I am your service. I talked too late, my word, Lena pushed even harder. I need to find a way to ease this situation. Why did this nurse ask you to do it? I don't know. I was just sitting on the bench and read a book when she came. Then it's smart to ask a reliable person who would never say no. Okay. Well then, after dinner. Okay. I'll be off then. Yes, sure. She walked off somewhere beside the club and just stood in the square for some time. So, what next? I decided to visit my cabin in order to collect my phone. Collect my phone? I don't know where I find myself today, but having a watch is always useful. Having a wristwatch is much earlier. Suddenly I heard a different tone which is cutting through the usual noise of the can. I listened to it carefully. Sound like electric guitar. There a beat chord, no more. But this melody still felt somehow warm as a vacuum tube based audio file was used. Could there be such a luxury here? The sound was definitely coming from somewhere near to the stage area. Who would that be? Can I save? I'll save here. Yeah, I'll save over this. Save. You know what? Let me save. 11. And we'll say goodbye for now. We'll see the mystery guitar next time. Goodbye.